Nisar.
On the situation in Yemen, have you received any update on the humanitarian matters there? Also, we heard yesterday that there were further attacks on the same camps. There's targeting of electricity everywhere, and today there was a report from Aden. The Russian consulate was targeted by the by aerial bombardment. Do you have any comment on that?
Uh, we're, we don't have firsthand information on these incidents. Of course, we've been concerned about the fighting. We've shared those concerns. You've seen the statement that we've issued on this. And the Secretary General, of course, continues to hold to those statements. And his special advisor, Jamal Ben Umar, continues with his own work, and he is trying to do what he can to bring the parties back to negotiations in good faith.
Yeah, further, just follow up. Al
Yeah.
Qaeda has controlled Mukalla and all Hadramaut governorate. Is there anything the United Nations can do about that?
Ultimately, for us, the priority is to put a stop to all the fighting. We want the situation on the ground to be resolved and for the parties to re-enter into negotiations. Yeah, go. He's continuing with his work. Jamal Ben Umar continues to have the full support and confidence of the Secretary General. Right now, he is going to be in New York for the next several days, and he'll continue with his work from here. And when he has further travel, we'll let you know about that. The way that this will be resolved ultimately is the way that all conflicts will be resolved. Ultimately, it has to be resolved through negotiations. Ultimately, it has to be resolved through some measure of compromise among the parties to deal with each other. You're right that that's not happening right now, and the situation on the ground is terrible. That has to change, and we are doing what we can. As you know, the Secretary General met with a wide range of leaders in the region just a few days ago, and he will continue with his efforts. Mr. Ben Omar will continue with his efforts, and we'll try to do what we can to resolve this. Yes,
So,
Evelyn.
so no progress has been made because Mr. Ben Umar apparently is here. No progress has been made at all.
That's not what I said. Right now, there's fighting. It's difficult to make progress, but we're trying what we can, and ultimately, you'll be able to see progress once it is made. But right now, the effort continues, and we're doing our very best to bring the parties back from the brink.
The leaders in Yemen no longer listen to him, no longer take their calls, his calls, and also the military do not take his calls. Given that he doesn't control much of Yemen and the leaders don't listen to him, how legitimate he remains as the president for Yemen?
As you know, President Hadi is recognized as the president of Yemen, and I would refer you to the recent presidential statement issued towards the end of March by the Security Council on that.
But
Yes.
this recognition is
I'm
outside.
sorry. I'm sorry.
only.
There's only a small amount of time before the next guest comes in.